I hope that you are doing well and that you are safe and warm. I know there's a lot of ice storms and snowstorms that have been occurring. And I know here in Minnesota, it is a brisk negative 11 degrees with a wind chill of negative 25. So I hope that you're happy and healthy. I also want to acknowledge Nelson Mandela's death. Certainly that's something that gave me pause, of course, as the rest of the world also gave pause. But it also helped me connect to the positive social change that Walden has as a significant part of their motto and of their mission. And certainly to what we want to do in this prevention, intervention, and consultation course. I think about the final projects, and I know I've already spoken a lot and communicated a lot about the final projects, but in my mind, the final project is a place where you get to impact positive social change in your community. So once again, I just request that you think about something that you can actually complete, and it would be fantastic if you would be able to complete it during the time in which you're in this course. So something that's not changing legislation or creating a program that all school systems in your state are going to use, but rather creating something very specific and very targeted within your community to address a need in your community, and something that you can do, that you can implement. I wanted to also acknowledge that I've been without internet for a couple of days. I'm working from coffee shops, so I think I just wanted to kind of model that sometimes things happen, and technology is wonderful until it doesn't work, and then it just seems to be the bane of our existence. So I just wanted to kind of become a part of the technical issues in terms of acknowledgement that I know that you have technical issues as well, and that sometimes we just have to find ways to kind of navigate oh, it's not a diversion. What's the word I'm looking for? The challenges. That's not the word I'm looking for, but that's okay. But we have to navigate the challenges and the barriers that we have to our education. So just wanted to acknowledge that. This week we're talking about some, in my mind, I think some terms that are not normal. I think that the term iatrogenic is not a term that we use in our common everyday lives, and perhaps you've never even heard of it before. I posted in the discussion on Monday I guess it's an audio file, and a link to the audio file is in the reference as well, to a crude lobotomy. And I think that there was, I think it's a perfect example in the medical profession, but certainly it had some mental health implications, of someone who had a lobotomy by an ice pick, so clearly a crude lobotomy. And it's this man's well, he just tells the tale and the experience of what it was like to have this crude lobotomy and the situation in which this occurred. All of that to say that I think that the physician who who performed these lobotomies with an ice pick, I think he had the intention of bringing good into this world, but clearly was incredibly misguided. And I also want to acknowledge that this is true for all practices, that even when we try and impact positive social change, there are always ramifications, and not all of them are positive. There's consequences to everything, some good and some bad. I even think about Nelson Mandela and how in one of his famous speeches that he witnessed a movement from white power to black power, and the intention that he had for equality. And for me, once again, there's that acknowledgement that there's a balance that needs to occur, and that not everything that we intend turns out to be beautiful at first, and that we need to prepare for the negative consequences of even positive social change, because they are there. I think that's all I want to say about that. It's been a 4.5-minute video, so I think that's long enough for you to listen to me. Have a wonderful day, and I thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.